served like, let me see, about 2 or 3 Lancaster, about 7 in Donovan. So 2 or 3 in Lancaster, about 7 in Donovan, and then about the last 8, 9 in Tehachapi.
Where?
Tehachapi.
So you said that your charges made things more difficult for you in prison. What was it about your charges, and what difficulties did you experience in prison due to your charges?
Well, sometimes when, when people had found out about my allegations and charges and stuff, sometimes there were threats towards me. Correctional officers sending people at me. I experienced that. I experienced a correctional officer put a hit out on me, and this was even in my last year there at Tehachapi. I was a hit put out on me, and I remember one guy on the yard walked up to me and said, "Aren't you such and such and so and so?" And he tried to assault me. I got away from that situation. Another guy came into the dorm and tried to assault me, and a guy that I actually was mentoring. This guy was a Crip, homosexual, bisexual, and I remember, he telling me like, "Hey man, I'm getting in contact with my daughter again, and she came back into my life." He said, "I used to be into the Bible and stuff. Could you teach me some?" So me and this guy started having Bible. I started having Bible studies with this guy, and but he still was in that lifestyle a little bit in the prison. He still kind of was out there a little bit. And the correctional officers came to him to proposition him to try to pay him with some drugs to assault me. And he came and told me about it. If I was to go to my stuff, I can go directly right now to my board packet I had, pull out some affidavits that I drafted up while in prison. And these affidavits, I drafted them up by hand, made several copies of them by hand, and sent them out in different letters, disguised them and sent them to loved ones just in case something happened to me, to say, what was going on inside Tehachapi, so that was just some of the stuff that was going on. That was some of the stuff that was going on, and I was able to overcome that, because even like I was working in a medical clinic, and technically individuals that had my particular charges, you're not supposed to work in the medical clinic, right? Because it's called a sensitive job. You're around the women and things like that nature. And it's just amazing because an individual can have a murder charge, you can work anywhere, do anything, but other charges, like you never know what somebody been through. You don't know what such person's situation is. But anyway, correctional officers, it was a correctional officer that actually allowed me to work there because my friend recommended me, and the correctional officer knew me. The other correctional officers that found out I was in there, they did all they could to try to get me out of there. But it's amazing because the nurses that worked there, I got my stuff, man. They wrote me all kind of letters for the board, and they knew everything about me. I used to talk with them and share my story with them, and they supported me. And they say, "Hey, anything happened to you, we got your back. We know what's going on. You make sure you reach out to us. You need us to call somebody or whatever. We got you on that." So as much as the negativity I experienced and trials and tribulations, God's grace was much more sufficient.